So I'm on day 2 of fixing the botched tile job, and I wanted to show you guys kind of an update in my technique for removing tile. As you can see, that's Violet right there. That's my little cat Violet. I did successfully get all the tile up. I had minimal breakages. This is, if we were to talk about like, good or great or fine shape, I have that in another room. But these are the good shape tiles, I guess. These are the poor shape. Some of these are just cuts. Some of them are just actual damages. Stuff that I probably won't be using in general in the middle of the field or even around the edges if I can avoid it. And then all the way over here are my, all of these are solidly removed without any major damages. So as you can see, what I proposed worked pretty well. Most of the stuff that had a lower grade on it is actually because there was a flaw in my technique. I didn't realize it quite off the bat right away, but when you come in and you start leveraging the tile that you're trying to pop versus the previous tile, you can create stress points along the edge of the tile you're using for leverage, and that can cause chipping, a little minor chipping like that. So what I ended up doing to revise my technique was, 80-90% of what is the same thing. Create your crease, take out as much of the thinset as possible, get the blade in the center of the thing, and lift, but I stopped using the tiles as leverage. You can use a hammer, that works pretty well as leverage if you want to do it, but what you're going to go in is you're going to go in from the side of the tiles, right? You're going to, if we come in here and we see these tile lines here, you're going to come in just from the side and just kind of generally start chipping away. Now, if you ram the shit out of the tile like I was doing because it was late, I was kind of pissed off, you will chip them. And you will cause damage like the one on here, which you can see that chip mark right there. It's not quite as visible from the top. If I lay it down, it's barely visible there. Another good example, this is the one I actually stopped doing that with, is that. So, trying to qualitatively describe force is a little bit tricky. So, you don't want to ram the shit out of it, but you want to kind of tap it repeatedly with firm pressure. If you just keep on doing it and you want to decrease your pressure once you start knocking the thinset off the edges, because then you're basically literally ramming the tile. Once you get enough off the center point of the tile, you can just scrape in right there, create the edge underneath the tile. You stick your scraper in there and leverage against the floor by lifting up, or you put a hammer there or something else and lift down. One other thing that I didn't mention yesterday is safety factors. I'm going to be doing that in my next video for today. The guy who did the tile, if I come in here, I have my whole room's a mess. But you can see all that dust. He decided to sit there and cut the tile using a dry cut on the inside of the house. So there is dust over all of my couches, over all of my furniture. No matter what I do, there's going to be dust in here because I'm going to be scraping up thinset off the floor. I'm going to be sitting there and having dust everywhere. It's just going to be dusty. So you want to make sure if you're doing forced air as your ventilation system like mine, you make sure you have a good filter. Now, I previously removed my filter because I was afraid my cat got caught in the vent, and it looks like that. So I got a replacement filter. There are cheap, shitty filters, and there are decent filters. I got a Filtrete. I was at Walmart. It was there. I am not advertising for them. The reason that I got it is actually because the mesh is a lot finer, which means it's going to catch a lot more particulates. As you can see from the front, it's got some sort of activated charcoal in there. I couldn't give a shit. And then if you really want to see some stupid fucking marketing, electrostatic air cleaning filter. All fucking air filters are going to be electrostatic cleaning. As you run air across it, it's going to be picking up electrons from the air, charging the filter, and little particulates are going to get trapped to it. So, but yeah, that's a revisal to the technique. Try that, use that, and that will be better for getting tile up.